That was pretty clever. Nobody invited you. Go away. Let me get a water real quick. I mean, I'd be doing this hydration bot, like, proud. Real proud. If you guys ever curious how much 16 ounces is, it's basically a bottle of water. So every 4 hours, drink a bottle of water. This is mostly my, well, I think it's my third or fourth one since the stream started, so I'm set. Oh, summing up. Why'd you just stop?
Well, you see that clock over there? The one that looks like the sun?
Mm-hmm.
It reminded me of something we saw earlier.
Go on.
Remember the graffiti on floor B? You remember what it said?
The lion eating the sun?
Do you know what that means?
Remember death. Beware of death, or remember, yeah, that. I think it usually used to mean we're all going to die someday, so don't forget about your own mortality.
What about the other part?
I mean, that's pretty straightforward, right? If the ninth lion ate the sun. That's what the clock made you think of. The sun at the sentence. Is like a lion on there and a sun on there too?
Did you notice anything strange about that graffiti?
Apart from the fact that it made no sense? Not really.
Wrong answer. Maybe you're not the eagle eye I thought you were.
There's an E in ninth.
I guess I have to do everything. Part of it was spelled wrong. Specifically, they spelled ninth wrong. It should be N-I-N-T-H. But the graffiti had N-I-N-E-T-H.
Naneth. I guess you're right. I should put an extra E in there.
Exactly.
I keep, like, we've had this come back, we haven't figured it out yet. I think it was like a kid who wrote it?
Maybe it wasn't a mistake at all.
Not following.
Maybe Zero put that E in there on purpose.
Why?
Maybe because he didn't have enough letters otherwise.
Oh, so you can rearrange it. To something that we don't know yet.
Anyway, if Zero wrote that graffiti, then it's got to be significant. Shit. Hey, it's already 2 minutes past time.
They're gonna make everybody worry.
We should get moving.
Right. Enter warehouse A. A. Apple. Aardvark. Animal. Kay and Luna aren't here.
Astute observation.
Should we do?
What do you mean, what should we do? All we can do is wait. We don't want to end up missing each other by accident.
Good point. Where are you going? Oh, go check what Alice was looking
Just want to check
at.
something really quick.
Yeah, because Alice was back there looking at stuff in the very back.
The last time we saw Alice alive, she was right here. Remember?
Yep.
She was kneeling down, looking at something on the ground.
Yep. Who do you think she was looking at?
Find something? Uh-huh. Nice work there, Sigma.
I don't need you to pat me on the back. Makes me feel stupid or something.
The truth hurts.
But I found it.
So, blood, huh? Oh my god.
I suddenly looked up at the ceiling. I followed her gaze and found myself looking up at a metal crane. It was the kind you might see in a shipyard, the sort that moves along a metal track and has a claw to grab and lift cargo containers. So, what's the... Didn't Dio say he'd be hanging from one of those things? Gone again. Stop running around. Tell me what you found.
I noticed something. The same thing Clover and Alice noticed.
That's... Can you just tell me?
Look at the number 6 AB room. The side that's facing the wall has blood on it. What's the first thing you think of when you hear blood?
Vampires?
Yeah. This whole thing kind of sucks, right?
I'm glad she went there. Clever.
Come on! This is no time to be screwing around. I'm talking about this thing. The handkerchief Alice had. There's some blood on it that we assume belonged to the old lady. Consider this for a moment. Let's say this thing was on the floor next to the rightmost AB room. We'll assume that the blood on the side facing the wall came from this handkerchief. Okay, then what?
Alice was looking at the handkerchief?
Right. What do you think was going through her mind?
Why is there blood-stained handkerchief here? Or something like that.
And?
Did this belong to the old woman? It must have.
And?
But if it did, then who put it here? Or wait, maybe someone just dropped it, or they could have thrown it in here.
And?
You want more?
You're almost there.
I feel like she's just dragging us along. How long has this handkerchief been here? Something like that?
Yes, exactly. So how long do you think it was here?
I imagine it wasn't here from the start.
Wait, when's the start?
You know, when we started. When you and I escaped from the AB room through the hatch on the roof. The first thing we did after we got out and met everyone except for Clover and Kay was go look for at the number 9 door. We spent a lot of time examining the AB rooms too. I know we looked at this from this exact angle. Pretty sure there wasn't any handkerchief there then. There wasn't. Wait.
Huh. Finally figured it out, huh?
I haven't yet. I'm missing something. Oh, they shifted! Oh. So that while we were moving, the claw moved them. Huh. Probably just moved that one to the far side.
Yeah.
Was it that crane?
Probably. They moved the rightmost one all the way to the left. So, what was in the leftmost AB room?
The body of the old woman?
And who was trapped in there when the nonary game started?
It would have been the AB room on the right at first, so... Dio. Or Luna. Ugh! Luna! Ugh! I just really want Dio to be it. Huh. For the third time, Fi walked out without saying anything. My body felt like lead, but I forced myself to follow her. Ooh, so she stopped in front of the graffiti that began 2 milkmen.
What do you think this is?
Well, I thought it was just paint from the graffiti first, but I'm guessing you don't think so. Is that more of the old woman's blood?
Seems like it.
So Luna would have killed her here, then taken her to the rightmost AB room. After that, she would have moved the room with the body in it so that no one would suspect her. That would mean the first person to get out was Luna, not Alice. So what about the handkerchief?
This thing? Here, look. You see this line? It's possible that line is from whatever the weapon was, which means this might have been wrapped around whatever was used to kill the old woman. So maybe Luna wrapped the weapon with this handkerchief, and then threw it between the rightmost room and the one next to it. Then when the room was moved, it came out.
This is creepy. That means Alice picked up the weapon along with the handkerchief.
Seems pretty likely. This is all just speculation, understand? There are a whole lot of things we still don't know.
It's a mystery. For example, this game is going to make it seem really awesome when we figure it out. Why would Luna leave the AB room, murder the old woman, and then carry the body back and hide it in the same room? I guess it's possible she just wanted to hide the body, but we still don't have any idea why she would have wanted to kill her in the first place. It's also worth noting that Zero Jr. seems to have let all this slide. He's supposed to be making sure the game goes according to plan, but so far there have been 2 murders, and he hasn't done anything about either of them. And we were pretty sure that the person who killed the old lady was Dio. Do you think that means Luna is Zero Senior? Even if she was, though, I'm not sure why she killed the old woman. It's possible that she was some kind of intruder who wasn't supposed to be here, but if Luna's Zero Senior, couldn't she have found a better place to hide the body? She'd have access to the entire facility. That's not all either. Let's say Luna moved the AB room to divert suspicion away from herself. If that's the case, why did she leave the handkerchief and the weapon there? She had to have known they'd be discovered after she moved the room. Besides, when and how did she operate the crane? Luna's with us since we first got out of the AB rooms, all the way till when we found the old lady's body. You mean you, me, and her went through the magenta door and investigated the lounge. Then we went down to floor B together and came back to the warehouse. By then, the room must have been moved. Of course. Why didn't I see that sooner? Luna has an alibi. She couldn't have moved the AB room. We're her alibi.
Interesting. I have to admit, you've got a point.
We did a point. Wait, what? You didn't even put up a fight.
You're going to make me repeat myself. I never said Luna was the killer. Still, I have a feeling Alice thought she was, which would mean that Clover probably does too.
Oh, you mean that stuff she said about what she noticed?
Right.
Hey, Fi. I'm starting to get a really bad feeling about this. We were supposed to meet the others 20 minutes ago, but there's no one here.
You're right.
Is this the axe ending? Come on!
Sigma, Phi, there you are.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I have some bad news. Luna is dead. She's in room 2 in the crew quarters. The same room where Alice was murdered.
With the gun again. This is the 3rd time I touched a body and felt cold skin. I thought it might get easier, but it had only gotten worse. She could be a robot, though. Remember that. We don't know who's a robot. But only gotten worse. I didn't think I'd ever get used to it, but I didn't want to. My hands began to shake, and I tried to steady them as I pressed a pair of fingers to her neck to check her pulse. Nothing, of course. Luna was dead. Her eyes were flat and empty, the pupils dilated in what could have been terror, and it felt surreal. Like I might blink, and then she would sit up again. She would smile and blush and look away nervously, and everything would be all right. I blinked. She lay there, still dead and pale.
And I trust him.
Oh gosh, we have to do the betray one on that one too. Ugh. Grief cracked open like an egg, and rage clambered out, hot and angry and screaming. It clawed at the inside of my chest and pounded at the back of my eyes. I squeezed them shut and ground my teeth. My hands balled into fists so tight they hurt. I took a deep breath and opened my eyes again. Another breath. I stood up and realized Kay was talking.
I believe she was poisoned. See here. This device is some sort of syringe.
I think it's called an injection gun. You can just put whatever you want in one of those vials and then pull the trigger.
Pew,
It's kind of like the needles in these bracelets.
pew.
The drug they used is the same as well. The label on the vial says tubocurarine.
This is different. Muscle relaxant.
Yes. Since it's empty, I can only assume Luna was injected with it. You see the mark on her neck?
Ooh.
I believe it is safe to assume that is where her attacker injected the
Oh,
drug.
I can't even look at that.
Perhaps they
It's
chose
freaky.
the neck for the carotid artery.
Then your guess is probably correct.
Ugh.
Luna was injected with tubocurarine, and it killed her.
I'm not a fan of needles. Do a different scene, thank you. What about the others?
Should I go get them?
Never mind. I want to get your story first.
What do you mean?
When you left us, you and Luna went off together, right?
Yes?
But when we talked to Dio downstairs, he said he'd only seen you, not Luna. Why is that?
Luna and I split up as soon as we got to floor B. We determined it would be more efficient. Two of us working separately could cover more ground in less time.
Alright, so why were you late?
What?
You didn't show up till 20 minutes past the time we were supposed to meet. Sigma's asking you what you were doing.
I was resuscitating.
What?
Let me explain how I found her. I had gone to the warehouse 5 minutes before our meeting time. You had yet to show up, as had Luna. I believe I was standing between the yellow and cyan doors. Some minutes later, I heard something. It came from behind the cyan door and sounded like a woman's scream. Well, it was actually quite faint. It was several doors away, after all, and as such, I couldn't quite make out what was being said, or even if I had heard it at all. It seemed entirely possible that I'd imagined it. I heard no other sounds for a few minutes following the scream. Eventually, the silence made me uncomfortable. Perhaps something had happened. So, I made my way to the crew quarters. As I entered the hallway, I noticed that the door to room 2 was slightly ajar. That was when I first suspected something was amiss. You can imagine the rest, I'm sure. I ran into the room and found Luna on the floor.
So you're saying you spent a good 20 minutes trying to resuscitate her?
Yes, I deduced that she had been injected with tubocurarine. Her heart had stopped, so I attempted CPR. To the best of my abilities, at least. With this mask, I was obviously unable to provide artificial respiration.
Why didn't you tell us?
Because I had no reason to believe you would be in the warehouse. If you weren't, I would have wasted precious time. I chose instead to begin resuscitation immediately.
We can't disprove that.
As you know, even a short time without oxygen can cause serious brain damage. I felt time was of the essence. But
I don't know, that's not the position you resuscitate somebody in.
Hey, how much time passed between when you heard the scream and when you came in here and found her?
I'm afraid I can't say exactly. But I would hazard a guess that it was around 3 minutes.
Did you see the killer?
No, I did not.
Then they had 3 minutes to escape.
That would have been plenty of time. When you leave this room, immediately to your left is a door that connects to the hallway. I assume they left that way.
Is there any chance they hid in this room somewhere?
No. I examined the room thoroughly before I left to find you.
I'm not a fan of needles.
May I say something?
Yeah, sure.
I'm not sure if this has anything to do with Luna, but there was something I wanted to point out. Look at Alice. Do you notice anything?
Your bracelet's gone? Didn't we take it?
The weapon.
Oh, the weapon's gone.
Indeed. The wound suggests a knife, but I doubt we'll know now.
Then did the killer take it?
How would I know?
It's a guess. Jeez, maybe he took it before Luna was
Why
murdered.
are you asking me?
If they had it, why not use it to kill Luna?
Yeah, that would make sense.
What?
Sigma, if you were going to kill someone, which of these two methods would you use?
I wouldn't kill anyone.
This is hypothetical.
I would choose the injection gun.
Right? Most people would choose that. The more you can divorce yourself from the actual killing, the easier it is to kill someone. There's a big difference between stabbing someone and injecting them with poison.
So you're saying they took the knife before they killed her?
No. I don't know either way. They could have taken it afterwards. There's no way for us to know.
Could they have done that in 3 minutes before Kay got here?
It's not impossible. 3 minutes is longer than you think.
I agree.
Anyway, what I was trying to say is that I don't know when they took the knife or whatever it was. We came here to get Alice's bracelet, and then Kay came by later. There was probably about a 30-minute window. Anyone could have taken it.
It's true.
They might not even have been the same person who killed Luna. Or it could be. There really isn't any way to know.
Balls.
And if we don't know, we really shouldn't try and draw conclusions. That could color our reasoning, and that's not good. Conclusions without any evidence are useless. So just forget any conclusions you might have come up with. Save that brain space for something more useful. Well, I think that about covers it. We
My
clear?
brain needs a break. I'm actually confused a
Good.
little bit.
Anyway, we should tell the others.
About Luna, you mean?
Yeah.
We should go to the white doors then. Dio should still be there. Hopefully Tenmyoji and Clover will be there as well.
We know Luna won't be. Oops. Once it's time to open that door, I'm sure they'll show up. Kay nodded and picked up Luna's bracelet.
Please, take this with you.
He held it out to me. I stared down at the bracelet. It felt wrong to just take it. Like we were just using and abandoning her.
Is something the matter? You and Phi are the magenta pair. Without the green solo bracelet, you won't be able to open the secondary door.
I know. It's just...
Then
He pressed the bracelet gently into my hand.
if you don't wish Luna's death to be meaningless, then you must survive. Or do you intend to die without catching her killer?
Thanks, Zenyatta. I needed that. I sighed and closed my hand around the cold metal.
Good. Shall we go?
Wait. Shit.
Something happened?
No. Well, not yet. We might be looking at a worst-case scenario.
Excuse me?
God, what the hell is wrong with me? How did I miss this? I'm sorry. This is my fault. It's just... there was so much going on I wasn't thinking.
Come on. What'd you miss?
Quark.
Oh. Tenmyoji is a red solo. Clover a scion pair. Quark's the other scion pair. If he's not with them, they can't get through the secondary door.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh dear, this is bad. And if they haven't gotten in by the time the primary door shuts, they'll be penalized. If we haven't found Quark by then.
Time. How much time we got? We can't even barely get to the white doors by that time.
Let's just go to the warehouse on floor B. Perhaps Quark has already been found.
Sure hope so. Let's move. Assemble. In the floor B warehouse. A lot of good lore in this branch. And random killing things. So now we think Luna killed somebody. Which is very big news to me, because I played the third game. Thinking emojis indeed. See, we barely had time to even get there before it unlocked. Let's see.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
You're late.
I know.
What the fuck were you thinking? You trying to kill me?
What about Quark?
What?
Did they find Quark?
How the fuck would I know? I've been here. Look, forget about him. Where's Alice's bracelet? Which one of you has it?
What about Tenmyoji and Clover? Have they come back yet?
Look around, asshole. What do you think?
I just really want to punch this guy. I'm not a very violent person, but I just really want to punch him for some reason. Just I've never hurt my hand with punching somebody. Just really, I feel like I would enjoy this part.
Hey, pay attention. The bracelet. Do you have Alice's bracelet?
What if I do?
Hand it over.
I pulled it out of her pocket. They still shone with a blue light. This had been Alice's bracelet. Vi's eyes never left Dio's as she carefully handed the bracelet to Kay.
Good. Let's go.
I say, don't give it to him. Make Kay have it.
Hey, what is this? What, you don't like this door? Fine, we can take a different one. As long as we're in the right group, it shouldn't matter which door we take.
That's not the issue.
Then please tell me, what the fuck is the issue?
Being a human being. 3 of us still haven't arrived. If we leave them behind...
Oh, come on. Now you're gonna grow a heart? If you stay here, you're gonna kill me.
But...
3 minutes remain until
Dang.
chromatic doors close.
Wait, we got here in less than a minute? Oh, no. Okay, hold on. It was until they open and then... Okay. There's a timer of how long they're open. And the watch was when they open. They stay open for a little bit, then they close.
Fine. I'll be honest with you. The truth is, I've got a kid. A baby. I was told that if I didn't win this game, my kid's as good as dead.
That's...
You have to trust me.
No,
I swear, it's God's honest truth.
I don't believe you.
Zero told me to keep it under wraps, but I figure I don't have a lot of choice right now. I'll tell you more once we get inside. Please.
It's probably BS. It's a lie. It's a lie. Usadayo. The memories. I wanted to scream. Dio, it was obviously lying, but it looked like Kay was buying it. But he had to go in. I couldn't try and stop him. If I did, they'd both die.
You have to believe me, Kay. Please. If you won't do it for me, do it for my kid. If I lose, it's all over.
That's right. He's your husband, though.
Please.
Kay turned to look at me and Fi. We both nodded silently back.
I understand. Let's go.
Really?
Yes. I have one condition, however.
A condition?
Yes. But it's not for you, Dio. Sigma, I want you and Fi to go into one of the doors as well. Dio and I cannot be the only survivors. I would have the 2 of you join us. That is my condition.
Damn it. Couldn't make this easy, could you?
What do you say? The decision is yours.
No. I can't do that. You're asking me to leave 3 people to die.
Use your fucking head for once. You're gonna get us killed. Is that what you want?
I can't just leave them behind.
Me either. I agree with Sigma. We can't just ditch them. I'm staying.
Bunch
Bye.
of fucking idiots.
2
1
minutes.
minute
Oh, 1 minute.
remains
We skipped a 1.
until chromatic doors
Ping Hajin.
close.
Happy Saturday.
I see. I suspected that would be your answer. You leave me with no choice then. My apologies.
Yeah. Did we just get knocked out? I'm having a wonderful day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hyen. I didn't remember that. Ping
You
Hyen.
have my sympathy.
Thank you for correcting me. I hate that I've been saying your name wrong. I'm gonna remember to just call you Ping.
I wish there was another way.
Do
Why?
you actually believe Dio?
No, of course not. I only wish to save you. If I had not forced the issue, neither of you would have budged. Such is your character.
You can call me anything, just as long as it's not late for dinner. Got it. What are you
I
doing?
confess I am not entirely sure. I will think about it during the 10 seconds that remain. Goodbye.
So he's throwing us into a door, I hope. Kay turned and left, quickly disappearing outside of our door. Fi and I lay on the floor, moaning, curled around our aching stomachs.
2 1 0.
Oh, Hyen means shark in Scandinavian countries. I did not know that. Just calls you Ping Shark. That's great.
Chromatic doors
I knew what you meant.
closing.
Not quite able to walk yet, Fi and I crawled out of the secondary door. The punch Kay had given me had been incredibly powerful, and my arms and legs still felt numb and tingly. Can you stand?
Yeah. Can we just sit here for a moment, though?
Sure.
My body's gonna be fine, but I think I need a little time to get my feelings sorted out.
I nodded, and we sat there in silence. No matter what I did, I couldn't get their faces out of my head. Tenmyoji, Clover, Quark. I hope they were alright somehow, but I wasn't sure how much time had passed before Fi finally stood up.
We should go.
And that was it. She turned and headed for the end of the hallway, feet dragging as if she were carrying something heavy. It was a moment or two before I followed. Are we actually going to get to do a white door? We're actually going to get to do a white door. Every other branch we did, we always stopped here. Or got stopped here. Yes. Give me the white door. This is an ending, though. Is this a secret ending? Did you see the plaque on the door?
Yeah. It said security. The footage from the surveillance cameras might run through here.
Does that mean we'll be able to see what's going on in the rest of the facility?
I'm not sure. Right now, all the screens are dark. Even if we could activate them, I doubt Zero is just gonna let us watch whatever we want.
Yeah, I'm just worried about them. We don't know what happened to Kay and Dio either.
Yeah. Well, let's see what we can do here.
Ooh. Seek a way out. Woo! Dude, I'm so glad we get to finally do a freaking white room. Like, finally. It's been like, what, how many branches we did? We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different branches, and we finally get to do a white door. And we're going to do that